To forgive or not forgive? That is the question. So, should we? Personally, I would not. Not yet, not for a long time. Take a moment to notice what that does in you. Do you feel upset? Do you agree? Do you feel defensive or maybe relieved? Just notice it and stay with me. It doesn't actually matter whether you agree with me, because forgiveness is not a collective vote. It's an individual decision, and this one is mine. Let me explain. First, we need to stop talking about forgiveness as if it were a mood. Forgiveness is not a spontaneous feeling that floats in and out of your body. Psychologically, forgiveness is a process. Researchers define forgiveness not as excusing or forgetting, but as a deliberate reduction in resentment and a decision to forego retaliation. It requires three things: reappraisal or meaning-making of harm, a reduction of anger and avoidance, and a restoration of some degree of trust or goodwill. And crucially, forgiveness is facilitated by three predictors: a clear acknowledgement of wrongdoing, acceptance of responsibility, and perceived remorse paired with sustained behavioral change. So when someone says, "Why can't you just forgive?" they're treating forgiveness as generosity. But this is psychologically sloppy. When someone expects forgiveness quickly, they're asking the injured party to do the harder emotional and neurological work. They're asking the harmed nervous system to relax first, to lower its guard first, to metabolize resentment first. All of this is real emotional labor and cognitive work. And when repair has not yet been demonstrated over time, that request shifts the burden of restoration onto the receiver. Forgiveness, in that case, becomes something that the harmed person must produce to ease the discomfort of the person who caused the harm. Psychologically, this changes the direction of responsibility. And make no mistake, urgency for forgiveness very often reveals urgency for relief. Now apply this to this particular situation here and many more that you will see in the future. Voting 3 times is not a temporary lapse in judgment. It's sustained endorsement, not only of tax policy, of election denial, of the erosion of democratic norms, the targeting of minorities, the normalization of authoritarian and dehumanizing language, violence, and harm. For many Americans, especially those who belong to targeted groups, this is not some ordinary policy disagreement. It's a massive threat. And it changes the stakes for forgiveness. When something feels threatening repeatedly, our nervous system adapts. This is why trust erodes so quickly and is so difficult to rebuild. In these cases, repair depends on consistent pro-social signaling over time. Emotional disclosure alone or discomfort does not accomplish that work. So granting or withholding forgiveness reflects individual thresholds and boundaries. In post-conflict psychology, we broadly distinguish between civic coexistence and relational reconciliation. Civic coexistence means we share institutions, we follow rules, and we accept democratic outcomes. Relational reconciliation means restored personal trust. And you can absolutely support civic coexistence while never restoring personal trust. Democracies require the first, but they do not require the second. And now we circle back. Remember that reaction you had when I said that I would not forgive? Some of you agreed. Some of you felt tension. Some of you disagreed entirely. That variation is the point. Some people will forgive quickly and some will forgive slowly. And some may never forgive at all. Those who forgive are not naive, and those who do not forgive are not cruel. We are responding from different nervous systems shaped by different levels of exposure, harm, and grievance. There will never be a collective vote that declares, now is the time. Because trust and repair does not follow a majority rule. Democracy allows for pluralism in politics. It must also allow for pluralism in minds. Forgiveness is individual and so is refusal. Both can coexist, and neither requires moral condemnation.